The process is meant to strip away the politics, the promises, all the human stuff.
Okay, let's jump right in. We're going to untack something that feels both ancient and completely new at the same time. The election of a pope, specifically Pope Leo XIV.
Right, and for anyone who thinks institutional transitions are like dry or boring, this is anything but.
No, not at all. This is this incredibly intense, highly ritualized transfer of power.
And we have a really unique lens to look at it through. Our source for this is A New Dawn, the election of Pope Leo XIV.
Which is a photo commemorative book.
Exactly, published by EWTN, the Eternal Word Television Network.
So it's not just a political breakdown, it's framed as what they call a pilgrimage of faith.
And that's really our mission here. We're using this documentation to get inside the mechanics, the spiritual framing, and, the historical firsts of this whole event.
It's about how the church ensures continuity, even in its most vulnerable moment.
So let's start at the very beginning, the moment Pope Francis passes away. It's a time of immense grief, obviously, but institutionally, things kick into high gear immediately, right? Instantly, yeah. The church officially enters a period called sede vacante.
The vacant see.
Exactly. And that kicks off 9 days of official mourning for Pope Francis. It's called the Novitiales.
Okay, so 9 days. And during that time, there's this public sorrow. But behind closed doors, a ton of work is happening.
A ton of very meticulous, very formal work.
Right. The public sees the mourning, but what's this hidden work that's going on? This is where you hear terms like the camerlengo.
Absolutely. The camerlengo, he's the chamberlain, basically becomes the acting head of state for Vatican City.
Acting being the key word.
A very key word. He has severe limitations on his power. He can't change doctrine. He can't make any major decisions that only a pope can make. His job is purely administrative.
So he's like the caretaker CEO. He's keeping the lights on, but he can't change the company's direction.
That's a great way to put it. He's managing the day-to-day, handling diplomacy, securing all the assets, just until the election's over.
And isn't there a really powerful symbolic act that he has to perform right away? Something that signals the end of one era?
Yes. And the book highlights this detail. It's the ritual destruction of the fisherman's ring.
The Pope's ring.
The camerlengo has to formally destroy the ring and the lead seal of the deceased pope with a hammer.
Wow.
It's not just for show, it's a tangible physical signal that his authority has ended. It prevents any forgeries or fraudulent use of his power after his death.
That is just a stunning detail, and it tells you so much about why this preparatory stage is. It's so much more than just planning a vote.
It really is. It's the church demonstrating in a very public way that the institution itself is stable. It runs on established law, not just on the life of one man.
It's the divine office, not the human person holding it.
Precisely. The human hands of the cardinals are just preparing the vessel, so to speak, for the new spiritual mandate from God.
So after the 9 days of mourning, after the administration is stabilized, the focus shifts. It goes completely inward.
It does. And that brings us to the most guarded, most sacred ritual of all, the conclave.
Describe the atmosphere here. What does the documentation really emphasize about the setting?
It emphasizes pressure and solemnity. The conclave is designed to be a period of absolute confinement. Total silence, total prayer.
And when you say confinement, you mean they're literally sealed off from the world?
Completely. Sealed inside the Apostolic Palace in the Sistine Chapel. No phones, no internet, no newspapers, no contact with the outside world at all.
And they take that seriously. It's not just locking the door.
Oh, not at all. The book confirms these intense security protocols. They do electronic sweeps for listening devices. They seal windows.
Wow.
And everyone involved, not just the cardinals, but the cooks, the technicians, everyone, has to take this incredibly strict oath of secrecy.
The whole environment is engineered to force spiritual focus.
To eliminate every possible distraction.
Yeah, and this is where the art and the history just collide in such a powerful way. I mean, they're not just in a generic voting hall.
No. And the source, the book, really dwells on this. You have these cardinals praying and deliberating under some of the most important art in human history.
Specifically under Michelangelo's The Last Judgment.
Can you even imagine that? The psychological weight of that. You're sitting here trying to discern God's will for a billion Catholics, and you're looking up at this masterpiece of Christ's final, absolute judgment.
It's a constant reminder of the eternal stakes. It's not just a political choice.
Not at all. It's framed as a divine calling. The process is meant to strip away the politics, the promises, all the human stuff, to get to a spiritual consensus.
And that intense, quiet process continues until that one dramatic moment the whole world is waiting for.
The white smoke.
The signal.
Yes. After they have a successful vote, and the cardinal who is elected accepts, they burn the ballots with special chemicals to produce that white smoke. It's the habemus papam signal.
We have a pope.
And that's the moment the whole world goes from this tense waiting to just explosive joy.
And with that joy, the world met Pope Leo XIV. Let's talk about his installation, those first public moments. What are the key acts that confirm his authority?
Well, the moment he steps out onto that balcony is huge. That's him assuming the full authority of the Bishop of Rome. And his first words, the Urbi et Orbi blessing, are critical for setting the tone.
But there's a more tangible symbol, isn't there?
There is. The most important one is the symbolic handing over of the keys of Peter.
The keys of Peter, that's a symbol that goes back to the very beginning.
Right to the Gospels. It represents the authority that Christ gave to the Apostle Peter, the power to bind and loose. It's the spiritual foundation of the papacy.
So receiving the keys means he is now officially Peter's successor.
It's the ultimate sign of continuity. It connects him directly back to the founding of the church.
So the keys are the authority, but his name, and maybe more importantly, his coat of arms. That's like his immediate mission statement, right?
It's exactly that. A papal coat of arms is a kind of theological and personal blueprint. It is never just for decoration.
So what kinds of things would be in it?
Oh, it could be anything that reveals his devotional focus. Symbols for Mary, like a star or a rose. Maybe something from his home country, or a symbol for justice or mercy, or a saint he feels close to.
So Pope Leo XIV's choices would have been analyzed immediately.
Instantly. Scrutinized to get a sense of the direction he wants to take the church. He's planting his flag on day one.
And that brings us back to the book, A New Dawn, because this specific election was a huge deal, historically speaking.
A massive deal. And the source material really hammers this home. This was the election of the first American pope.
Just that fact alone makes this a historic moment, a huge shift in the global church.
Undeniably.
And the book itself reflects that. It's, a big 208-page hardcover. It's meant to be a permanent record. But what was the deeper goal of publishing it?
Well, it seems to have a dual purpose. First, obviously, is just documenting the history, what happened. But second, and I think this is maybe more important to the publisher, is its devotional aspect. The beautiful photos, the focus on the solemn rituals. It's all meant to inspire a renewed love for the tradition.
To give people hope for the future under this new pope.
Exactly. The photography is key to that. It's not just political photos of men in a room.
Right.
It's these intimate close-ups of prayer, the grandeur of the architecture, the looks of intense focus on the cardinals' faces.
The whole thing is framed as a pilgrimage of faith.
Yes, it's a narrative that tells the faithful that even in a moment of great change, the institution is stable, and it's all being guided by a divine will that's working through this human process.
And the title, A New Dawn, is pretty direct. It's positioning this American papacy as a fresh start.
A divinely sanctioned fresh start. It connects the historical novelty of an American pope with a theological promise for the future. It's a statement of confidence.
And that theme really connects everything we've discussed, the structured mourning, the administrative work, the intense secrecy of the conclave, and then the public installation. It's all about ordered divine guidance.
The book just makes that whole mechanism understandable and I think very moving. It shows the purpose behind all the rules and all the ritual.
So to sort of wrap things up, we've covered the hidden work of the Summa Conte, the spiritual pressure cooker of the conclave, and the public transfer of authority to Pope Leo XIV.
And the central idea from our source is that powerful balance.
Yeah.
The very specific, very human process, the voting, the rules, the secrecy, running in parallel with this profound belief in divine providence.
And we know he immediately chose that coat of arms, his mission statement. Given that he's this huge historical first, the first American pope, it makes you think. So here's a final thought for you to consider. If his new mission-reflecting heraldry chose to emphasize a specific theme, let's say it was reconciliation, or maybe Marian devotion, what would that tell us about the specific challenges or opportunities he sees for the church in our modern, globalized world?
That's where his journey in the churches really begins.
Grab Pope Leo XIV, The Election of a Pope in Pictures, by EWTN, now on sale, $16.95. Don't miss this chance and build good habit and achieve remarkable results. Buy now today.
Like and subscribe for more Bookhaven podcasts.